For example,
one thing I've learned about chasing a better life is you hit this middle point, this weird middle point where things get super hard. You start questioning yourself. You start doubting yourself, wondering if this is even what you're supposed to be doing. You know, you don't have the excitement of starting something new anymore. And you're also nowhere near the end. So we're in this weird middle area. Just know this middle area is where everyone usually quits. Think about that. That's what brings me through. That's what helps me show up still every day when it gets hard. This is where everyone stops. A lot of people can't take being in the middle. Like I said, excitement's gone from the beginning. Motivation is gone. You're nowhere near the end. You're just, in the middle. And you got to choose to keep showing up. Regardless of results, because usually the results stop resulting. Motivation's gone. You're tired. You just want to go back to everything you was doing. But no, there is nothing back there. You spent your whole life there. Don't go back. Just stay right here. Keep enduring. Keep praying. Keep having faith. And we're going to get through. Because as long as we keep walking, putting one foot in front of the other, eventually we're going to reach our goal. Just keep going, y'all. I know it's hard.
let me center myself properly so we can talk about this. I like to call this part of the process polarizing pivotal placement. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Polarizing, restrict the vibrations wholly or partially to one direction. Pivotal meaning so you either go left or you go right. Either way, the effect is dramatic. And then placement is the position that you end up in. Are you guys following what I am trying to explain? If somebody asks me how I feel about my process, that is what came to mind. You're in this gray area, you've been going hard for some time. Results, they're not happening. And now you're like, should I quit or should I carry on? Like our friend said in the video, this is the point that most people will throw in the towel. Just by human design, when we've had enough, with it's game over, we're done. And so naturally, most people are going to say, do you know what? I've given this a good run. Think about all the people you see attending the gym 1st of January. What percentage of that population actually sticks out the gym there on out? I think we can all agree that most people fall off the wagon. They go to the gym with the expectation that they're going to see some dramatic results. The results don't happen. They keep in maybe they're going 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week. They're not seeing anything shift. Their weight hasn't budged. The gains are not showing. Nothing is moving. And so they quit and they say, that's it, I'm done, I tried. When you're trying to elevate at certain points in your life, we go through this process. And guys, it is normal. And there's a reason why few people attain it, because it's tough. So when you get to this polarizing pivotal placement, you either choose to give up, that's one option, or option 2 is to give more. Yay! She came to say give more. What a wow. Imagine. But it's the truth. We never want to hear that. Okay, you're doing everything and you've been doing everything for a minute, but now I want you to do more. It's like, are you joking? Do you know how much I've been doing already? And you're telling me that I need to do more than what I'm doing now, which is already everything. Yes, you either give up or you give more. Those are the two placements that you can pick when you get to this point. When you get to that point where you're like, I've been doing everything and nothing is happening, and you carry on anyway, those tend to be the people that will see a breakthrough. The whole crux of the thing. If you want to achieve what you haven't achieved before, you have to do things that you haven't done before. And so yes, more work, more sacrifice, more investment. You have to do what most people are unwilling to do. Because the majority of people, when they hit this spot, flatline. But there are a select few who will give more. They will lock in even further, turn up the heat, and they will go hard. Just think about which category do you want to be in? So we know all the negative, the breakdowns, but I want to give you some positives you may not have thought about. Firstly, whatever it is you're working on, if you've been at it for a moment, the results are happening. They're just not happening as loud as the final results that you probably would like to have. But results are happening. I don't know why, but at the end of 2024, I decided to look at the things that I'd actually done throughout the year. I said, nah, Annie, you are doing bits. When it came to my gym life, my food life, my content creation life, my prayer life, my Bible reading, and sometimes that's the thing, you just get on with what you're doing, so you don't even notice the progress that you are actually making along the way. Secondly, you're probably a lot better than when you started. When I started going to the gym, I could barely do a continuous 2-minute jog on the treadmill. Today, 2 years later, I can run on the treadmill between 25 and 28 minutes without taking a gap at a moderate speed. That was something that I would never have been able to foresee myself doing based on my past self. Progress has been made. Secondly, when I started my YouTube channel, my videos were poor quality, okay? The content might have been okay. The editing, woo! That was another thing in its entirety. The topics were not always interesting. Sometimes I was just recording for recording's sake. And then my personality wasn't really coming through. I was so focused on just trying to make the video look professional that I dumbed down myself. If you've seen the last good batch of videos that I have, sometimes I will talk the English like this, like I have just literally walked out of the Queen's Palace. And then sometimes my Ghanaian English will come through, okay? Which is how I am in real time. So I was like, why am I hiding that aspect of myself? Let me just be free, Sha, and do me. So I've learned along the way. It's just that everyone hasn't found me yet, but that's okay because I have patience. So you're probably better now than when you started. Thirdly, you have been developing skills that you didn't even know you had. Your work ethic will have improved. Your consistency, your discipline, your integrity, your practical skills. You have been improving. It's just the lack of the results that you want will cause you to feel like you haven't really shifted in any forward direction. Eventually, when you look back, you have made serious quantum leaps. This probably isn't the first time that you have felt this way. Am I right? We've had our moments. We've had our doubt, our fear. This is just part and parcel of the journey. And this probably won't be the last time. I've even shared videos where I was literally tearing up. I still continue to push through. And as a result of that, you end up building your resilience. When you go through this sort of episode again, you will be feeling like your bounce back energy is going to be on 100. We've been down this road before. We're going to do what we did back then. And that is to not give up. Polarizing pivotal placement. Think about if you continue bringing along your newly acquired skills, you're becoming elevated. So you're dragging your elevated self along with you on the journey. Is it any wonder that for those people who continue, end up seeing an eventual breakthrough? The maths is mathing at this point. It makes sense. What you put in is what you are going to get out. So even though you might feel like this, yeah, I love this meme video. Even though you feel like this, right? Locking in is the only way out.
They're not going to tell you this, but the truth is locking in is the only way out. Yeah. Locking in and doing the things that you need to do is the only way out of your current situation and into a better one. Yup. Lock in.
You have to stay locked in on your vision. Plan A is the plan. And if you can push through this middle ground grayish area segment of your journey, not only will you continue to accomplish more in terms of your development, but the results will eventually present themselves. It's a bright new day. You're here with your girl, Miss Annie J. I'm gonna give them what they want because I came to slay. And nothing's ever gonna take my joy away. I'm about that life.